Hi guys, welcome to my first video. This video will be a build along, which means I won't be filming myself from far away while building a nice Japanese house, but I will be filming myself in first person, giving you tips and tricks on how to make this house your own. This means that you can hopefully learn some awesome new building tricks I use while building my houses. So, this is a Japanese house I'm talking about. It has this really great elaborate roof and nice grey walls. These are the materials I have used. I didn't use the red clay though. That's for the new one I will be building, because I will be recreating this other house here with some other colors. As you can see, I'm in creative mode and I'm on the super flat world, so I've got all the space I need. If you build something in survival, make sure you have a nice flat area and have gathered up a lot of stained clay, wood and wool, because you're going to need it. Let's get started and let's see what we can make. So, sun has come up, it's a beautiful day here in super flat world. It's a great day to make a nice build. Let's just put some glass pane here so I can easily copy it. So for this build I'm going to make this very amazing house, which isn't really a house yet. It's more like a wall with a roof on it. And I'm going to recreate it using some other colors so I can modify and show you how to modify your own. So let's see, I need a nice different color of stairs. So I think I might go with spruce wood, which isn't as cool and or traditional fitting as, oh, this is the dark oak one, it's not good. It's not as cool or fitting as the dark oak one, but I love the color and it's a bit more red, which will fit great with these nice red walls. So let's get started. The first thing I do when I build a house is to build some sort of foundation for the walls. I build great big supporting columns like these. And for this model here, I chose to have a bit of a longer middle, so you could put a nice door in the middle. So just leave a 5-block gap between the first two pillars. And as you can see, I'm building it quite high. When your house is really high, you don't have the feeling that you're really cramped. So if you can see, the roof here is pretty high and pretty nice. It feels like you just have loads of space, or you can have a second floor and be done with it. So let's start out. So we've built these 2 pillars here. Let's build another pillar 4 blocks away from the outer ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is what you have now, 4 pillars. Let's finish off the square. Why? This allows you to map out your house like you've never been able to before. So you can see how big it is already by just putting down these pillars. Plus it makes for an excellent support structures if you wish. So if you wish to make your house a little bit more realistic, for instance, you can just add support beams and support pillars in the house to make it look like it's actually holding itself up. So 5, you can actually see where you need to place them. Here we go. So now we've got this big square of pillars, which, well, looks a bit boring for now. But this house has a really interesting method I actually never used before. I'm going to use the same color as we did on this house. So as you can see, you can only see 4 blocks here. And the 5th one is hidden behind this layer of wool. And I feel like this is really cool, because with the roof on it, you can just have this really tiny layer of wool between the walls and the roof, and I think it looks great. So just surround the pillars, the top part, with wool. like this. It's really simple, but I think it gives like this fantastic effect. Now, I've done the same on the inside. You might wonder why. Well, it just gives this fantastic feeling like a really thick wool. And you can hide glowstone lamps in between the pieces of wool, as I did on the other house. So here we are. This just looks really lame at this point. But don't worry. Next up is the fantastic roof. So here you can see the roof. Against the wall here is a slab. Above that is a stairs. And below that are some brown stained clays. And I feel like brown stained clay, I like how the color just is different than the one from the roof. You can also choose to just make this the same color as the roof. So I'm using spruce planks this time. Let's see. And I feel like it's still okay. Maybe we need to just use spruce as well, or this wool. Oh yeah, this will look very cool. It's a bit weird with the texture maybe. Let's just give it a try. So, when we head back here, see the wool, that's the outer layer we've put on. Then below that is literally a layer of clay. And as you can see, it's just following the wool ring. This goes up with 2 steps. So what you're doing is literally filling up this weird hole here with your material of choice. So my choice is wool. It's raining again. Let me just toggle the downfall. Here we go. I think it's really annoying. So, we now filled them in the gap. Now we need to go a level higher. As you can see, it leaves another gap between the wall and the, well, roof here. But I wouldn't worry too much about that. Again, you can hide lamps there. Let's just get rid of those extra wall blocks. Here we go. Another finished part of the build. Now we just need to fill the roof up with tons and tons of stairs. So let's get our hotbars ready. So I showed here that's just stairs, stairs and slabs until you come at the middle where you have the cool triangle. So let's just fill up all of these freaking walls with stairs, and this is going to take a while, so let me just jump forward. So I feel like the roof is one of the most important parts of this build, because it's the elaborate roof that really feels so imposing and really just creates the whole feel of the building. So slabs here. Just 4 from the sides. That should be enough for now. So this looks actually quite good already. You might think, well, actually this is fine. But, well, we need more slabs to be honest. And instead of just following along, let's just break open this. As you can see, I've placed 2 layers of slabs here. Sadly, you can't do this with normal blocks. So there's a bottom layer against the wall and the top layer against the stairs. And this really hides away the white, because it doesn't need to be this visible. It's just really cool. I just think it's really cool that it's a bit hidden away, so it isn't too much. So I always start out with the bottom layer here. like this, and then put on the second layer on top. It's just really simple. Then add a second layer on top of the first layer. This is a bit tedious, and especially when you're in survival, it might not seem worth all the work. And I agree, it's tons of work and tons of wood. But it's so beautiful, and I can't wait to actually make this in survival after this. Maybe I'll film it again. Perhaps we'll see. So, we've now put 2 layers of slabs here, and you can see it hides away the white quite nicely. Next up is the elevated layer above it. Next to it, I mean. So what I did here was I actually laid along. So we have this layer here, which is higher than the layers we just put down. And this gives the idea that it's curving. And, you know, it hides away the roof a bit, but I like the curving effect. It looks really cool. So let's just put another ring of slabs around the building. Again, if you're building in survival, then this is a really tedious job, and it will be worth it when you're done. I swear it will be. So, last but not least, let's elevate the very edges of the wood, and that gives it that really cool curved look again. And I feel like this is really one of the finishing touches you need on a Japanese style building like this. As you can see, it already really looks like a cool Japanese roof now. But we're not done yet. Not for long. It's time to build this cool triangle. So there's a lot going on here, so I'll make it really as simple as possible. We actually start out, if you see the pillars here, one to the left of the pillar, in the middle. So that's right here. And I think this one, which you can remove. So that's here. As you can see, it's pretty big as well. So what's happening here is, removing this, instead of having just normal stairs here, you use your stairs to make like a step. And as you can see here, this looks much better. Then there's a solid block here, and I usually just use the slabs for that. I mean, why not? And then there's just normal stairs, and then it builds up. So let's see. This is mostly how I build stuff like this. So I fly just around to the left and to the right until I got it right. Again, this might be tricky when you're just standing. Actually, I should really try it. It's far easier just to put a little bit of a top part on there. Here we go, just at the top, and I've got a nice part here. So I've just added this, but I don't think it's necessary. I think it's more important to just add the wall here. So go ahead and add the wall, and then you can add the stairs. Here we go. Now you've built your really cool triangle roof. Let's repeat this 4 times. I will speed this video up because it's just really boring to look at. So it's done. repeated the triangle 4 times now. This is what it looks like. It looks kind of weird, doesn't it? But this example has another wall behind it. And yes, it's the color, the roof color you've probably chosen earlier. So you might have thought, wait, I chose this really cool brown wool. Where did it go? Well, this is where it goes. So what you do now is build a 2-block high, as you can see here, 2 blocks high wall behind the triangles. And this is one of the last parts of the roof. Here we go. This is what it looks like now. And as you can see, the color really might seem weird at the beginning, but I like how it's just a contrast. Right. In this house, I chose to have stone bricks, stone brick slabs as the top part of the roof. And I'm going to do it here as well. I just like the way it looks, and it just looks like those tiles on the tops of roofs. Often you see that these are in a totally different color. So this is actually almost done now. We've got the cool triangles, the cool back part of the roof, and this is how it looks from the inside. Loads of space. So the last thing we need to do is fill up this roof, and this is really where you come in. What you can do is you can actually build another layer on top of it, like a tower. I might do that later. Now I just choose to fill this thing up with glass, the roof, and have like a giant skylight. And then later build a tower on top of it. And at the end of the video I'll show you what it looks like when the tower is on top of there. I think it will look beautiful. Sadly, vanilla glass just doesn't look very good. And you might be wondering why I'm building in vanilla, by the way. Well, I think it's very important to build in vanilla when you're building for yourself or for a server, because everyone needs to like the building, including people who do not have a texture pack. It's really easy to just say, look, this building is fantastic, and when it looks like shit and vanilla, it's just too bad. So make sure you build with the vanilla texture pack, even if you can't stand it. It just makes you understand people's reactions much better. So now it's time to fill in the walls. So let's just move the other side here. As you can see here, you can easily see the pillars again, and it's just big stacks of wool. We're going to do the same here, but I really need to choose a color, because I do not want to use that grey on this building. Let's see. I feel like I just should try some stuff out. There's some really interesting building materials in Minecraft, especially the new ones. Maybe white stained clay would be cool. Although I do not like... it's a bit pink, isn't it? It looks good though. Yeah, let's go with white stained clay. So what you do is you can just fill in the walls like this, or you can choose to just leave gaps where the pillars are, and that's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to fill these gaps up with lamps and plants, because I love plants, even in Minecraft. So let's just skip forward and see what it looks like. Oh man, the misclicks are real, but the walls are standing, and it's looking fabulous. So, next up is to add some windows. Of course, we can add them right here, because I think that will look great. And what I like to do, especially with windows like these, is to add a different block below the windows. so it looks like a windowsill or something like that. I'm going to use stone bricks here, like this, so it gives us nice so it doesn't look that flat, and I love the way the stone bricks work with the top of the roof. So let's just again repeat this until we're done. Right, for the bigger parts of the walls, so for the 5, I think I'm just going to go for like a huge window looking out over the world. Even though this is a super flat world though, so it's not really that interesting to look outside. You might as well build a nice garden. I always tend to just leave the wall behind the door closed, but you can do whatever you like. Maybe you don't really want windows in this house. Why not? Or if you're playing modded Minecraft and you have the chisel mod, there are amazing paper walls and other Japanese building blocks you can use. So just check them out. They're fantastic mods. Especially Chisel, which has the Japanese lamps and glass and everything. So we now added the windows. I'm just going to put the glass in now. Again, I'll skip forward so you don't have to sit through such a tedious job. I mean, anyone could do this, right? Right. Let's see how it looks from the outside. Fantastic. Let's add in the awesome door. This is the birch door. Playing on the latest version of Minecraft. Not the snapshot. 1.8.9. So let's get inside. And now we've got actually a really nice room. So one thing I like about Japanese houses are the tamati, or the really cool bamboo flooring. And I really wanted to recreate something like that. You know, I haven't really prepared it just now, but I think I can make something with some nice blocks. I'm just going to lay them in a pattern on the floor. So I think I'm going to use birchwood planks and maybe something a little bit, yeah, I don't want to use the red stained clay. It's just too much. I'm thinking of using like the sandstone, but I doubt that it would look as I intend to. Let's just try. Right, it looks okay. It's not really what I had in mind, but I think it works, and I think this house so far looks really good. Now I want to like put a nice carpet in the middle. I think it's in decoration blocks here. Just red and white or something. Sadly, no elaborate designs here. Just a carpet. You can do something like this. The misclicks are real in this video, by the way. I'm really annoyed with myself. Looks like a target. Well, there we go. So we've got ourselves a nice carpet. It's getting dark. So let's see what we've made so far. I think it looks pretty awesome. Just some small tips while you're building your house. I can't stand that I see glass under my glass. So I'm just going to put some stone bricks here and repair this. Just makes it look a bit more neat. Same here. I just broke the glass as well. Again, a misclick. Let's just fill that up. Right. I feel like this is fine. I like the colors working together. It's just a little dark, and as you can see here I've added some glowstone below in front of the windows just to light things up. I feel like it works very nicely. And it's just cool that you can just hide away the glowstone like this. Here we go, added some glowstone. It also helps to light up the interior as well. If you do not like using glowstone, if you're just haven't been to the Nether yet and it's just really hard to get your hands on, don't worry for now. Torches are fine. This is just more of a thing that you do when you're rich and powerful. So again, this design is really easy. It's really easy to just shove some glowstone everywhere just to light things up. So I'm just breaking the back part of the wall. Here we go. Some light in the darkness. It's raining again. This is really bad. Let's just put down a bed and sleep, I suppose. Not really happy about it. You know, it's just annoying to have all that rain. Here we go. So it's nice, new day, beautiful, it's nice and warm. Let's just check what we can do. I feel like it's really well done so far. I like just how it looks like. I like the outside, I like the windows, I like the light in here. So let's add some flowers, and I also always like to put some blue orchids down because they are beautiful. Well, guys, I've just shown you how to build this fantastic house. I hope you've learned a lot, and you know, it's not that hard. If you have a simple plan, if you know how to do a nice elaborate roof like this, honestly, do not be afraid to make a super flat world like this one, and just to experiment, because you know, it's never too late to build a nice building. I'm now going to build this I promised this huge tower on top of it. I'm going to build that now. But this is for me the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed building this. I enjoyed recording this. I hope I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, leave a like, tell me what you want me to build next. Thank you. Bye!